everyone, welcome back to Graceful Beauty. My name is Sherry and today I wanted to share with you 10 drugstore skincare products that I am absolutely loving. If you're not subscribed to my channel but you would like to be, don't forget to look down below and tap on that subscribe button, and if you do like this video, I hope you will give it a thumbs up. The very first product that I'm absolutely loving from the drugstore is this new gentle cleanser from Neutrogena. This is their HydroBoost Gentle Cleansing Lotion. This is a beautiful oil-free cleanser. It's great for sensitive skin. It is fragrance-free and paraben-free. I have been loving this cleanser not so much for my nighttime cleanse. I love this especially for my morning cleanse. You know, in the morning I'm not trying to get like a deep squeaky clean. I just want to get off the skincare products, you know, and whatever dirt or sweat from the night before. When I use it, my skin, it still feels hydrated. There's no stripping at all. There's no burning. I can get it all over my eyes. I did test this at night to see if I could use it even as a double cleanse, but I didn't feel like it got off my mascara well enough, but I do feel like it took off my sunscreen and my makeup pretty well. If you're looking for a really good, gentle drugstore cleanser, free from fragrance and free from a bunch of crazy stuff that might irritate your skin, this is one that you might want to check out. Now, I think there's another one, so be careful. There's another one that looks like this, and I believe that one has fragrance. So make sure if you do get it, you get the one that says fragrance-free on it. The next product that I absolutely love, this is a product I've talked about for a couple years now. You probably can't see it because I'm just sitting in front of a bright window, so if something doesn't show up when I'm editing, I will just make sure I pop it up on the screen. This is the Aven, it's the thermal spring water, and this is just basically sterilized mineral water in a can, and you can see how fine that mist is. I've used this for years. This is my all-time favorite hydrator, which is just water, but you know, after you wash your face, you want your face to still be damp before you put on other serums because it will help with the absorption, and sometimes my face just dries before I get to put stuff on. So I like to just spray this on and then start putting on my serums. Or maybe I've over exfoliated and my face feels a little irritated throughout the day. I like to just spray this on. I will spray it right over top of my makeup. I'll do it right now. I'll just spray it right over top of my makeup. It is such a fine mist. It will also help to refresh your makeup throughout the day. If you just feel like your makeup kind of looks cakey and cracky and it just doesn't look that good, this is beautiful to just do a light mist over your makeup, take your blending sponge, kind of just mesh it all back together, and you also, you know, feel refreshed afterwards. This is perfect for all skin types and especially great for sensitive skin. The next product that I'm absolutely loving from the drugstore is this eye cream from La Roche-Posay. I don't know why I didn't notice this eye cream before. I was in Walgreens about a month or so ago, and I was looking at some of the products from their Tolerane line, which is a really good line, you know, if you have sensitive skin or irritated skin. And I saw this eye cream, read the ingredients, and I loved that they had glycerin, squalane, and their shea butter, niacinamide. It is preservative-free, paraben-free, fragrance-free, and alcohol-free. This eye cream is beautiful underneath my makeup in the morning, especially when my under eyes look really crepey. It just gives me that burst of hydration. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I love eye creams, and most of the eye creams I do love are pretty pricey. So I was pretty impressed after trying this one at the drugstore, and this is one that I will continue to purchase over and over and over. These are two products that I talk about pretty often. I even have a dedicated video to this sunscreen. These are two products that I just keep buying over and over and over. This is the newest CeraVe sunscreen. This is their Tinted. It says sheer tint. So don't get this one confused with their other sunscreen that looks just like this, that even says hydrating, because this one has a tint. So if it doesn't have this tint in there, then you picked up the wrong one. It's not necessarily like a foundation type coverage, but it's kind of like, you know, a BB cream. So if you're looking for something that has sunscreen and is a hydrating moisturizer and a BB cream, you might like this. But make sure if you do use this and you're using it for that purpose, you still put the proper amount of sunscreen on, because, you know, if you just put a couple little dots, you're really not getting the proper protection. And this is an all mineral sunscreen. There's none of the harmful sunscreen chemicals in here. This is just titanium dioxide, and it has a high amount of zinc. It has 10% zinc oxide in it. If you want to know more details, how this looks on all skin types and all of that, I will put the video that I did on this sunscreen. I'll put it up here in a card and you can click on it and then watch that video, and there's a ton of questions that I answer in that video. The reason I want to mention this one by Neutrogena, I've bought this quite a few times. This is an SPF 50. It is an all zinc sunscreen. Now on its own, it has a little bit of a white cast unless you really take your time to rub it in. But I love this one because it is an SPF 50 and because it is almost 22% zinc oxide. Let me see. Yeah, almost 22% zinc oxide in here. I have melasma and hyperpigmentation. What I like to do with this is just put, you know, a little pea size on each side of my cheek, and I will rub that in. And with the tinted sunscreen, so if you already have that tinted sunscreen and you feel like maybe it's a little too dark for you, if you mix it with one of your other all zinc oxide sunscreens, it's just like the perfect shade. I just think this is an all-around, a no-nonsense, no fancy ingredients. It's just a really good zinc oxide for the face, and I know I have that extra protection throughout the day. So this is another product that I have a dedicated video on, and if you want to know a lot of details about it, I will link that video up here. This is my favorite body lotion. This is the Amlactin Alpha Hydroxy Therapy Daily Moisturizing Body Lotion. This is fragrance-free, paraben-free, and it is non-greasy, and it says it deeply moisturizes, and it does. If you rub your arms or rub the back of your legs or your butt and it just kind of feels bumpy or it doesn't feel smooth, if you try this lotion, you have to use it for a good 2 weeks because it has a mild alpha hydroxy acid in it, and it takes, you know, a little bit of time for that skin to kind of start gently sloughing off. My skin is so ridiculously soft. All of you who have tried this since I've mentioned it have messaged me and you're like, oh my gosh, my skin is amazing. It truly does feel like a baby's butt with this. I'm telling you, after 2 weeks, you're going to be blown away at how amazing your skin looks. And if you have crepey skin, or you have that skin that kind of looks scaly, or say you're a diabetic, of course, always check with your doctor before you use any products that I say work great for me. But my mom is a diabetic and her legs are a little more dry than they used to be. After one time of using this, she was blown away. And of course, she was wanting to go buy it after trying mine just once. You will see instant results after using it one time, but after a couple weeks, that's when your skin will really be glowing and super smooth, and the crepiness completely disappears when I use this. I wanted to mention this body sunscreen. This is my favorite sunscreen for my body. This is by Blue Lizard. This is their Australian sunscreen. This is an SPF 30, but it's their sport mineral sunscreen, and I like it because it's water resistant. This has a little bit of a chemical sunscreen, the octocrylene or octocrylene, I think is how you say it, but it has 9.7% of zinc oxide. This just looks beautiful on. This is one that I take with me on vacation all the time. You know, if you just slap it on real quick and you don't rub it in, then yeah, you're gonna have some white cast. But it's actually very easy to rub this in compared to some of those other ones that are just with a high amount of zinc. I just can't deal with that. And so I think that's why it's easy to rub in and it looks so pretty, because it does have a smidge of a chemical filter in it. I'm okay with that because it is such a small amount, you know, and it's got a nice high amount of zinc oxide. So if you're looking for a really nice sunscreen for your body, I think that the Blue Lizard is such a beautiful, beautiful sunscreen for that. Now let's talk about the next drugstore product that I'm absolutely loving. This is just a Jade Roller. This is, I think, the pink quartz one. I got this at Walmart, I don't know, 10 bucks. It was super cheap. I just love this thing. Now, I'm just gonna give you my personal opinion. I truly don't think a rock is going to do anything special. So I don't care if this was a blue rock, a green rock, a clear rock. I don't really care what kind it is. It's just a hard, cold stone. And when you rub this on your face, I absolutely love the benefits I get. Now, I don't really think there's any proven scientific benefits that using a Jade Roller will, you know, make you younger or anything. But I don't use that for any of those benefits. What I use this for is in the morning when I wake up, maybe I had too much salt the night before, or I didn't sleep good, you know, and I'm just puffy under my eyes, or maybe I have like a little headache. I like to use the small end when I put my eye cream on. I like to just kind of go over my eyes, and then I do like all different, you know, directions, and I do it, you know, really lightly. I even go up in here, especially in here in this corner of my eye, and I just do a light roll, and I always go in like upward strokes, or I'll just, you know, do little ones like this. And then I'll take this end and I'll just start at the bottom, and then I'll do it like 10 times each time, and then I'll move and keep going up about 10 times. And then I like to do the back of my neck, and especially if you have a headache or, you know, your muscles are tense. It's not an essential skincare item. It does help with like lymphatic drainage. It helps to, you know, move things around, get the blood flowing. So I feel like I do look a little more youthful after I use this, and mainly because, you know, there's like blood that's come to the surface of my skin. All of the, you know, the gunk and stuff that's just kind of sitting there in the lymph, it's helping it to drain, and it's helping to reduce a little bit of the puffiness. And then the last two drugstore products are are two retinol products that I absolutely love. This first one is by CeraVe. I mentioned this in one of my other drugstore skincare routine videos. This is their new resurfacing retinol serum, and it also has 3 ceramides, licorice root extract, and niacinamide, and it has an encapsulated retinol in it. And this is also just a really sheer, kind of a watery gel-like texture. It's not greasy at all. Now, I am not someone that's new to using retinol. I've been using prescription strength Retin A, the highest dose, now for maybe 20 years, off and on, but you know, now I've been using it pretty regularly for the past 5 or 10 years. This on my face really doesn't do a whole lot for me. If you are brand new to retinol, this is beautiful. If you are younger and maybe you have some acne scarring or some pigmentation, very gentle. I don't get any irritation from this, but what I use this for, since I already use a prescription strength Retin A on my face, I use this on my neck and my chest. I can only use prescription strength Retin A on my neck maybe once a week, if that, and then I start noticing it gets a little red, a little irritated. So I like to do everything gently. It's really helping with firming. It's helping to, just kind of start revealing that more youthful and glowing skin underneath. Why go spend a ton of money on expensive neck creams? I have another video on that. I could link it up here. I just don't think you need to spend a bunch of money on neck creams, and so I have a video where I go in detail of different products that work amazing for your neck. And then the other product is a retinoid. This used to be by prescription only. This is called adapalene gel. This is an FDA approved topical retinoid. Usually after, about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, you'll really start to notice a difference, because it does take time for your skin cells to renew and slough off anyway. So this is perfect for those of you that maybe you want to step it up and just, your basic Neutrogena retinol, or even the CeraVe, the retinol, it just doesn't seem to be doing what you think it should be doing, and you're like, I need to bump it up a notch, but I don't feel like going to the doctor and dealing with the prescription and insurance and pharmacy and all of that. You can just buy it at the drugstore, or you can get it on Amazon. Before you try any products that you ever hear me talk about or anyone else on social media talk about, remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an esthetician, I just know what works for my skin. So I'm never giving any medical advice, and I suggest that before you ever try anything that I say I love, always ask your doctor first. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you've tried any of these products before, or if you plan to try them, or if you just have any questions and you want to see if I can help you out. Leave me a comment. I'm happy to help all of you guys. But again, don't forget, I'm never giving medical advice. I always want you guys to check with your doctor or dermatologist before you take any of my suggestions. If you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to look down below and tap on that subscribe button. And if you did like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day.